A hearty and energetic welcome to my presentation. First of all, let me thank you for coming here today. Our today's topic for the discussion is Ebola virus. Before we proceed, my name is Ramya Krishnamurthy, currently studying at PLTCI College of Medicine, Philippines. The title for our today's topic is The Ebola Epidemic from Origin to Outbreak. For this topic, I will briefly review some background on Ebola virus, the current outbreak, and clinical manifestations of infection. Presentation outline. During this presentation, I will provide an overview of Ebola virus and discuss how it is transmitted. And I will also review the epidemiology of the virus and provide a status update on the ongoing outbreak in West Africa. I will then discuss the clinical manifestations of disease, diagnosis, treatment, prevention, and finally, references. Ebola virus is a single-stranded RNA virus and is actually a subspecies of the overarching Ebola virus genus. Ebola virus, along with Marburg virus, are the two members of the Filoviridae family of viruses, all of which are associated with causing severe hemorrhagic fever in humans. Within the Ebola virus genus are 5 subspecies, including Ebola virus, the causative agent of the current outbreak, Sidane virus, Typhorest virus, Bundibugyo virus, and Reston virus, which primarily cause disease in non-human primates. Ebola virus was first identified in 1976, following 2 independent outbreaks of hemorrhagic fever. What is now the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Southern Sudan. It is thought that the index patient was traveling along the Ebola River in the Democratic Republic of Congo when the exposure and infection occurred. Since the late 1970s, outbreaks of Ebola virus have been largely sporadic and have all been restricted to the African countries. Regarding transmission of Ebola virus, the natural environmental reservoir for the virus has been unconfirmed. Though scientists do believe that Ebola virus is a zoonotic agent and is maintained in the animal host, most likely in fruit bats. The means by which Ebola virus is transmitted from animal host to humans, however, remains unclear. Human-to-human transmission occurs by 2 primary routes, either direct or close contact with body fluids from an infected animal or through blood-borne means. For example, direct inoculation with contaminated needle. Epidemiological factors. Ebola virus can spread to people when they have contact with infected animals' blood, body fluids, or tissues. Ebola virus then spreads from person to person through direct contact with blood or body fluids of a person who is sick with or has died from Ebola virus disease. Ongoing Ebola outbreak in West Africa. As many of us were aware, the current Ebola outbreak in West Africa has affected 4 countries, including Guinea, Sierra Leone, Liberia, and most recently Nigeria. As of August 11th, there have been over 1,700 suspected or confirmed cases of Ebola hemorrhagic fever, 961 deaths attributed to the virus. Notably, this is the largest documented Ebola outbreak in Africa and the first one reported in West Africa. Importantly, there has not been transmission of the virus in the United States, and due to the heightened public awareness in our sophisticated healthcare system, the risk of this occurring remains low. Statistics of Ebola virus in West Africa. As of 2014, there has been 843 deaths in Guinea, 2,458 deaths in Eritrea, 1,183 deaths in Sierra Leone, and 8 deaths in Nigeria. Clinical presentation. The following infection, the incubation for Ebola virus can range from 2 to 21 days. Though the average is from 8 to 10 days prior to onset of symptoms. Ebola virus and the member of the filaviride family of viruses cause hemorrhagic fever in humans. In patients typically present with sudden onset non-specific symptoms including fever, malaise or myalgia, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and headache. The majority of individuals will subsequently develop hemorrhagic symptoms and multi-organ dysfunction. While some individuals are able to recover, most unfortunately are not. The reason behind this is not entirely understood, though it is assumed that patients who recover are able to develop a strong immune response to the virus earlier on as compared to those who succumb to the infection. In general, depending on the species and strain, the fatality rate of Ebola virus can range from 40 to 90%. The fatality rate for the current outbreak has ranged from 50 to 60% of infected individuals. With regards to the diagnosis of an Ebola virus infection, it is critical that providers contact their local health laboratories and or the CDC for guidance, specimen collection, handling, and transport. Timeline of infection and the diagnostic tests available. Within a few days after symptoms begin, ELISA test, virus isolation by cell culture, PCR test available. Later in disease after recovery, IgM and IgG antibodies available. Retrospectively in deceased patient, immunohistochemistry testing, PCR test, virus isolation by cell culture test available. Treatment. Unfortunately, there is no directed antiviral treatment against Ebola virus infection. It is important, however, to exclude other potential causes of severe diseases, which are endemic to West Africa, including malaria. In general, treatment is largely supportive, including maintaining electrolyte and fluid balance, oxygen levels, and blood pressure. Prevention. With regards to prevention, there is no currently available vaccine. However, the risk of an outbreak in the United States remains low, and this can be kept at low levels as individuals continue to adhere to the recently released CDC travel restrictions to areas affected by ongoing outbreak in West Africa. Summary. As many of us were aware, the Ebola virus outbreak remains ongoing in West Africa, and human-to-human transmission occurs through direct contact with body fluids from infected individuals. Symptoms of infections are largely non-specific early on, and many patients often develop severe hemorrhagic disease, which has a high fatality rate. Regarding diagnosis of Ebola virus infection, it is important to contact your state health laboratories and the CDC for the most up-to-date recommendation. And finally, care of patients with Ebola virus is largely supportive, though new treatments are being evaluated during the current outbreak with promising results. Facts about Ebola virus. It is perhaps equally important to understand by what routes the virus is not spread. Ebola virus is not considered as respiratory virus and is therefore not spread through airborne routes. The individuals are not infected through ingestion of the virus from either water, food, or air. These are the sites for the references and kindly check out the sites for future up-to-date information. Thank you very much for the unwavering attention throughout this presentation and thank you so much for giving me this wonderful opportunity.